How cool's that? Cheers, Rick. Afternoon rampers, Burton Outdoors. Currently with Rickalls behind me here, look.
Right, mate.
Wild Camp Sunday. Similar to spot to where we've been before, but slightly different, if that makes any sense at all whatsoever. Haven't wild camped for 2 months. About 2 months I think was the last one, and that was with Rick, Will and Jim Bob. So this is the first wild camp in a long time. Weather's not too bad, supposed to not drop below about 8 tonight, and that includes, oh no, it doesn't include wind chill, so about 8 with a bit of wind. Southwesterly winds. Yeah, so I'll come back to you when I'm sort of set up, and we're here early, it's 12:30, so plenty of time. I'll see you in a little while. Goodbye, rampers. Just chilling on number 2 tree. Lovely afternoon, must be about 13 degrees now. Still close to a road, I can still hear road noise. That's not good. It's 2:30. There isn't an official path here, sorry about the light, let's go that way. There isn't an official path here, but there is a sort of path. This is where you come in through the woods. Now, my setup is over that way. I don't know whether you can see it. Rick's is over there also. Let's just do a little walk in. We've pitched here before. I'll quickly show you. You must be able to see my setup now. I can see it. Blends in alright though. If anyone was to walk in here, they'd probably struggle to see it. Certainly in a couple of hours when it's a bit darker. But unfortunately I haven't got any cover. There I am. Rick's here, he's built himself a screen actually. But yeah, when we've been here before a couple of times, and I pitched far over there, and I was worried about a certain tree, which is this one that someone's been hacking at, because it is dead. They haven't quite gone through yet, but where I normally pitch is, God, the light's terrible, this tree here to that one there, and if that tree did come down, because it's about 10-15 mile an hour winds, if it did come down I just didn't want it falling on me, so we've changed positions, which is actually a better position. Rick's pitched there before when I was here. Sorry about the shaky camera, it's uneven ground. But Rick pitched in a similar place to where he's pitching now. But he's got his Army Basher and Dutch Army Hoop bivvies going in there. Here's his little screen he's built. He likes his privacy. You're camouflaged, that's why. And here's my setup. Excuse the mess, I'm still sort of sorting my kit out. Propped this up with a stick. It was actually okay as it was, but I just wanted to see out a bit more. The wind is coming from this direction, southwesterlies. So I've lowered the other side down a little bit. Normally I like it one side down, the other side a lot higher, but I've also set it lower than normal. Normally I can walk under it, no problem. But I've got the nappy on, you can see that. Nappy's on, not too bad actually, and laid in it, and it was warm straight away, literally, although it's not actually cold today. Not too hard to set up, and now I've set it up, it should always go the same. Tarp wise, silly me, I didn't put the tarp through the loops the ridgeline through the loops before I started, and I really couldn't be asked to change it. And let's go to the other side because the light will be better. So, oh, it's dim in it here. Anyway, so I just prusik knotted it. Not the best prusik knot. I'll just use this bungee and loop it over. But it's nice and tight. Nice and tight along there, like a drum, look. And the same the other end. Got my tree straps. Hopefully I've got the right angle. Let's give you a little look from back here and then I'll show you inside. But that's the DD multicam is bloody excellent camo, I think. Really good. This is where we're having our fire tonight. Already seats made. I always bring my seat because I'm getting too old for sitting on logs and things. We're going to have our fire about here-ish. We're going to clear all this in a minute. Rick can either sit there or he can sit here with a backrest. I think he's also got his little net hammock seat thing. But I don't know why they're numbering these trees. I presume they're ready for downing, maybe. Downing Street. Sorry, sniffing. Yeah, so I'm set up. It just took bloody ages, and the thing with hammock camping, it is such a faff. It really is. I like it, but I think perhaps I'll just keep hammock camping to 2-day jobs, and I don't tend to do 2-day jobs, so I might not be doing much of it. But anyway, it's a bit dark and gloomy in here because we're in the gloomy forest. So tank drop then. Right, so usual story. Jura DD2 sleeping bag. Got the Decathlon. Lighting's really bad. I'm sorry. Decathlon pillow. Really good. You don't need to inflate it a lot. Actually, it's really good. And then underneath, here's the nappy. Look. It's not very thick, but as soon as I got in, I could feel the difference in warmth because the wind obviously whips up under your bum and your back and keeps you chilly. But I've probably done a faux pas because I've actually put my Outkit cloud base in my envelope underneath, which is probably not a good thing because last time I put something in there, it just kept slipping. And it's a good idea, those envelopes, but I don't think they keep them in there properly. But I've put my Outkit cloud base in there. Not fully blown up, but it's blown up-ish, but it's comfy to lie on. I've checked it out, but I've got a feel because I'm a side sleeper, so when I toss and turn in the night, matron, it's gonna slide about and it's gonna annoy me, and I'm gonna end up fishing it out, throwing it, and it's just gonna blow away, and then I'll lose it forever. And it's actually a very comfy mat. So I'll come back to you when there's a bit more news, perhaps when the beers start flowing. I'm going to try and do a little bit of bushcrafty stuff in a minute. Trev, right, Trev, bearded bushcraft, or ex-bearded bushcrafter, gave me some a little bit of fat wood and some fat wood and jute twine in a little like air gun pellet tin ages ago, and I keep meaning to use it and try and make a little fire out of it. So as we've got time and it's a nice day and it's not that cold, that's what I'm going to do. Right, that's where we're going to have our fire, but someone has already been here, but they did cover it over this bit, they didn't. But so you could be thankful for that, I suppose. The only thing I don't like, rabbit hole. Only thing I don't like is this bag. It's really annoying me. Disgusting. Why do people do it? Why? Just take it home with you. I'll leave it here and I'll pick it up on the way back. Yeah, we're right close to a stream, but in the winter, in the summer rather, it's a bit dried up and a bit stagnant, and it is absolute mozzie city down this way. Mozzie Central, and they like me, mozzies. This goes all the way through there, all the way through. We've had a family come through, wandering through here with a dog earlier on. They were trying to cross here. and this guy who was just walking up here, I was sitting there watching him, he didn't see me, and then I stupidly coughed and he stopped dead in his tracks and looked at me. He turned around and he had the biggest Pentax type Canon camera you've ever seen in your life. Looked like he was taking photos of I don't know what. But anyway, facing this way, camp is about, which is probably why he didn't see me, 30 foot away from me, directly ahead. You can just make out my tarp there. Oh, yeah, mind the rabbit hole, mate. You alright? Yeah, rabbit hole. Yeah, so this is like super stagnant. Well, it's not exactly running at the moment. You probably wouldn't want to drink out of it, even with a soy mini. Soy mini, boil it for 62 times, and then put it through your sock, and a load of sand and some charcoal, and then put it through another soy mini, boil it again 28 times, put it through another soy mini, more charcoal and a sock and a sieve, boil it again just to be sure, and put it through the soy mini again, and then you'd probably drink it. I haven't got a soy mini, I need to get one, but there's my tarp right there. See it? So we're pretty covered from this side, to be honest. It's actually a better pitch, I like it. There's my rubbish. It's not my rubbish, but the rubbish I decided to claim as my own, which is covered in crap and it's been bitten. That's mice, I reckon. Maybe. Let's put that in the bin somewhere. Anyway, I'll come back to you. I'm going to try and do a little bit of bushcrafting in a minute. Rick's found me a bit of silver birch, which was nice, with some, not mushroom in here on there. Yeah, got a couple of hours till it's dark. About 2.5 hours before it's dark. So, look at that though, it's tight. That's tight, man, that's tight, look at it. I was a bit worried about this tree here, whether I'd be able to pull it down, pull your pants down, pull it down hard enough, because the wind's coming in this direction, which actually stopped now, but it's southwesterly wind, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with the setup, although I do like it higher up, so I don't have to bend down when I get underneath it, but you know, you're only going in there to sleep, aren't you, really? Rick's got his stealth pack, which I think weighs more than mine. Mine actually weighed 14.5 kilos, and that was without food or water. I carried that separately. That was probably about 4 kilos. So Rick's sort of set up, he's cleared his space, he's having a Dutch Army hoop biv in there. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Sure you're bored. Oh. Nearly. Try again. Not sure whether this is crappy birch. It's not producing pucker dust. Just green algae dust, so maybe I'm not doing it right. Not really a bushcrafter, as you guys know, but I like to give things a go. Close. Oi! Did you see that? Still with me. Oh, it went then. I put it out. It is there. I just need to perfect it a bit better. Right, let's try some other stuff before I bore you to death. This is what Trev gave me. Cheers, Trev. Bit of fat wood. I didn't bring my kneeling pad with me. Now, I haven't got a clue about feather sticking, bits of fat wood off, so you'll just have to bear with me. Bear with, bear with. I think you can also get shavings off like that. Just put a hole in my thing. Dealyzer. I bet that's not thin enough. Let's give it a go, shall we? Why is he not sparking? There you fucking go. Excuse the language. Fatwood for the win. Cheers, Trev. Brilliant. And that was off the stick you gave me. Wow. That's a winner. You need fatwood. Dump the silver birch rubbish. Cool, that's strong. This is a cheapo knife that I didn't do a review on, but I did the cut the handle open to see how far the tang went, if you remember. So I'm just abusing it and using it because Jim Bob recommends it, and I'm just giving it some grief really. See how long it'll last. It's actually quite good, pretty sharp. Pat Sharp, whoop whoop. For those of you who remember Pat Sharp. The next is fatwood shavings that I think it's fatwood. Yeah, it smells absolutely gorgeous. Shavings that Trev gave me. It's a bit dry, but I've had them about a year. So let's try that, and a little bit of shit. A little bit of jute twine. I'll get it out. Save that because that is perfect. I think Rickalls has gone to sleep. Right, let's see how this goes, shall we? I think you have to fluff this up a bit, this stuff. I don't really know. That's the old fatwood. That's an old bit of fatwood. Right, let's try this then. Well, that jute twine goes well. And it's caught one of the chips, you see that? On there. So overall for the win, it was probably that tin. Yeah. Brilliant. Well, I'm really chuffed. That was my first attempt really. It's I've tried to light before with this crappy thing that it comes with, and all it does is just make massive grooves in it. The sparks it throws is okay, but you can't do the close-up method, I don't think. But yeah, so I'm chuffed. Done a little bushcraft today as well. kettle's on. Rick's doing some sawing. Hi Rick!
Hello!
Meth stoves are awesome. Literally that was like not even 3 minutes. Coffee time. Little pile of wood ready to go. It's not actually cold, so we won't need a lot of heat. Just for the ambiance and a bit of Bushcraft TV. Homemade chile with Uncle Ben's special rice. I couldn't get through them earlier on. I reckon it was because the log was absorbing all the shock. Burton outdoors, sitting by the fire with Rickalls Outdoors, both being outdoors, enjoying the evening. Haven't consumed too much wine yet. Rickalls hasn't consumed too many beers yet. Sorry, let's turn the light off because that's probably annoying. Look at a cyclops. Yeah. Been a pleasant afternoon, setting up, all had our din-dins, and now we're just enjoying that. Isn't that right, Rick?
Yeah, good times, mate.
We're chewing the fat and pondering life. 12:20 and all is well. It's 1 in the morning and it's night time and I'm swinging. Yeah, only a little bit though. You don't swing as much with tree straps, I don't think. I'll try to go for the diagonal. So when I go to sleep in a minute, I'll be on the diagonal. I've got the sleep mat underneath me. I'm not sure if that's going to give me grief and I'm going to be hoiking it out later. See you in the morning. Quite warm at the moment. Love you, bye. Morning, my YouTube buddies. (6:30). Went to bed at 1. Got up at 3 for a wee. Not the best night's sleep, but it was more comfy with the sleep mat underneath, but it has slipped to one side and a bit of a pain. But the new nappy for the bottom of the hammock is bloody excellent. Really warm. Didn't get any undercarriage draft at all. Really, really warm. I think Rick's up. You up, Rick?
Yeah,
morning, mate. Anyway, I'm going to get up now. It's actually cold outside. It's chilly, but it wasn't that cold because I took my socks off. That always means I'm warm enough. So, we've got to pack up and get out before the dog walkers arrive, I suppose. Right, let's take you on a little silent walk down to the stream. Morning.
Oh, hello, you are. Morning.
Morning has broken. Coffee water is on. Oh, it's boiling. Better get to it. Mmm. Yummy. my total takedown, including packing everything away, which is just a pain in the arse, was 25 minutes. That's how long that time lapse took. So if you had to get out in a hurry, hammock camping is not the way forward. Oh, here's my stuff. DD underblanket, DD tarp 3x3, cheap Poundland ground sheet, DD hammock, Frontline standard, Decathlon helium pillow, Jura 2 sleeping bag, DD obviously, not sponsored, not sponsored, not sponsored. Outkit cloud base mat, which did slip a bit last night, but it was actually okay. It was more comfortable in the hammock. Gimars tree straps, a wad of paracord that I always take with me, my electricals, head torch, stuff like that. There's nothing really in the bag, just a hat, a few little bungee things that I use to do my Prussic knots, empty bag just with one pot in it, and all my cook kit and coffees and things like that in there. Yeah, all that. Right, we're on our way out. Tubers. Haven't said that in a long time, have I? Rick's carrying the rubbish. As a gentleman he is. I think I carried it out last time. Maybe, can't remember. But take it in turns. My pack is heavy. What did I say it was? 14 kilograms? I'll need to weigh all my kit again because I don't believe, like my kit, I think I said weighed 4 kilograms, which isn't right because that means my bag weighs 10. Just for the rucksack. I don't think that's right, but it is. I think it was about 14 kilograms. Worked half 8 tubes and we're on our way out. And yeah, it was a good evening actually, good afternoon. It was nice to get there a little bit early and set up. And a brilliant evening. Thanks, Rick.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
And yeah, we'll do it again soon.
Absolutely.
See you later, tubes.
Ah, you fuckwit.